That's very much the outside-in kind of thinking. What's interesting here is Tom Friedman says, in the flat world, there is no job that says this is a Japanese job or this is a Thai job or an American job. It is going to go to the best, most able people. This is the flat world. And he's right. He's right. So these things are happening in the external environment. Michael Porter and I wrote a book called Can Japan Compete? And we were talking about the external environment affecting Japanese companies. This was 7 years ago. The book didn't sell very well, unfortunately. So I'm putting my bet on the Toyota book. That's why you have to sign in blood. That it will sell. But what's interesting here is in our thinking, companies have to do two things very well. The left-hand side is operational effectiveness. You have to do things better than your competitor. So reducing your cost is better. Reducing your time is better. Increasing your quality is better. These are all the things you can do to make your operation better. And the other thing is doing different things from the other guy. Now, Japan was very fortunate that in 1951, actually, we established a prize called the Deming Prize. Now, Mr. Deming is an American, and he made a speech in Japan in 1950 on statistical quality control. He is the father of the quality group movement, the total quality management movement. And when he came back to Japan in 1951, the association that invited him the year before had sold his lecture notes and made a lot of money. In those days, I don't think the concept of intellectual capital existed. So without Dr. Deming knowing, they sold his lecture notes as a book and made lots of money. Now, the Japanese, being honest, try to give the money to Dr. Deming, saying, here are the proceeds from the book we sold. And of course, Dr. Deming's response was, I didn't know you sold the book. But he says, well, I'm not going to accept this money. So use it in a very productive way. So the Association of Engineers and Scientists decided to create an award called the Deming Prize in 1951. And this is the left-hand side of what you saw, which is the operational effectiveness. So thanks to Dr. Deming, we have come up with quite a good learning process for improving quality and reducing cost at the same time. So that was Dr. Deming. Now, we at the business school in Japan created in 2001 a prize for the right-hand side, which is on strategy. In Japan, there was no award or prize for companies that have unique strategy to be awarded a prize. So we created the thing called the Porter Prize. This is 50 years after the Deming Prize was created. Now, can you guess what the symbol signifies? You must be one of the circle people. Out of box, you must be one of the creative people. Yeah, well, you're right. It's kind of out of box, right? Get out of frame. Do something different from the other guys. So we created this as a business school in 2001. And 25 companies have won the award. Mike Porter comes to Tokyo every year and holds a session like this. Here he is addressing the Japanese business community. And here he is with me chatting away with the winners. And every year they receive an award. No cash, but they receive a big flag of the out-of-box. But, you know, we are a business school and we don't have that much money, but that's okay. So we are now entering into our 8th year, this year, for the 8th Porter Prize Award. What is very encouraging for us is this year, Saudi Arabia may be starting the Porter Prize. And they have contacted us and say, how do you organize this? Now, what's also interesting is as soon as Saudi Arabia started thinking of creating the Porter Prize, we got a call from UAE saying they may want to start a Porter Prize. So who knows? We may have a Porter Prize that started in Japan, in the Middle East, and maybe here. I will give you the franchise for free if you're interested. It doesn't cost a lot of money to do that. Now, what's important for competitive strategy, the key word is doing something unique. Now, that's often said, but very difficult to actually implement. Let me show you a picture that says this is being unique. What it means to be unique is actually doing this. It is not easy because people in the industry will say, "You idiot!" Right? You'll be ostracized by members of your industry. But that's what unique means. So in order to be unique, you need guts. No guts, no glory. So this is all about the outside-in approach. And let me tell you, I hope there's no one from Toyota here, but Toyota's not so good on this dimension of strategy. Not so good. Yes, recently with the Prius, they're trying to do something innovative, but I don't think they appreciate this picture. Not in Nagoya. So, what they're really good at is actually this, which is the right-hand side, the inside out. Resource-based view of strategy is inside out. How can you use your strength, your capabilities, your core competence, something that you're really good at, and create strategy that reflects those strengths that you have? That's the thinking of inside out. Now, we contend that there are a couple of things. You studied intellectual property last year, right? Core capabilities, core competencies, that all can be summarized in one word, which is knowledge. And what's interesting is there's been a once in 230-year shift from the industrial society to the knowledge society. We are now in the knowledge society, whether you like it or not.